Hi and welcome to the final week of Zwift Academy. Okay, so this is the last week now. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. There's 7 more videos out there already, plus there's my first video of before Zwift Academy when I did the first ramp test. So this is the last week, and then there's going to be one more video next week of my results. I'm going to do another ramp test and see how I did. So this week we've got a workout to do, which is anaerobic depletion. So I'll talk about that when I do the workout in just a moment. And then there's also the final race, which is a really tough one. It's actually a climb for most of the race. So yeah, see how we get on there. Okay, so on to the workout now.
So this is the workout now, which is anaerobic depletion. So as always, I'll read a little bit from the blurb. If we plan to attack either by dropping friends on a hill during a group ride or going for victory in a road race, your anaerobic power needs to be strong. This session helps build your attacking power level for a solid punch. Short efforts, all under 1 minute, will make you feel the burn. Attacking a group in a race or holding onto a fast peloton in Utopia calls for high anaerobic power. Today we hit some high peak efforts at the start. By the end you'll be fighting to keep the power high. So as always, we start off with a warm-up. These warm-ups are all kind of similar for Zwift Academy, I've found. So you do 10-minute warm-up, just normal ramp-up, then 2-minute at fairly low power. Then you do a 3-minute ramp-up, which is done just below to around FTP. It all stays just below FTP, but only just. Then there's another 3-minute rest period before doing a couple of sets of 30 seconds at almost FTP with a bit of rest in between, 2-minute rest. Then you're straight into the first set. So the first set is 30 seconds of kind of all-out power, but something that you can maintain for the full 30-second segment. So it says in the description that should be about 170% of your FTP, which for me is somewhere between 450 and 500 watts. So that's what I'm aiming for in these 30-second segments. And as you can see, I'm about right in each one. So in between each one, you get 5 minutes of rest to make sure you're fully recovered before you do the next 30-second segment. You don't get a chance to find your gearing before the start of the segment, but that's one of the reasons it says in the description while you're doing the workout. That's one of the reasons why they're giving you 4 chances to do this. So if you feel like you should have had a higher gear because you could have maintained a little bit more power through those 30 seconds, then you can do that in the next one, or vice versa. And yeah, obviously when you're doing these 30 seconds, erg mode is disabled. So once you've done them, then you're into the second set. And that is 3 1-minute efforts of increasing power. So you do 20 seconds at well, for me at 280 watt FTP, you do 20 seconds at 335 watts, 20 seconds at 390 watts, and 20 seconds at 450 watts. So obviously that'll vary depending on your FTP. Mine's 280, so you can do the calculation to work out what percentages they're working at for them. And you get 3 minutes rest in between. So yeah, these are quite difficult to maintain, but it's only a short amount of time. So while the workout is pretty hard and pretty tough, the amount of time you're doing it is not that long. So generally you can hold on to the power for that. I think for the last set, I got a bit distracted by, I don't know why I was getting distracted. Maybe it was my phone or the music or something I had on, so I didn't quite complete the final set as good as I could have done. And then there's a rest period, 5-minute rest period at the end, which is just a normal ramp down, and that's it at the end of the workout. So yeah, it's not a hard workout. It's quite a long workout. I think it's about 1 hour and 9 minutes in total. And the efforts that you have to put out are high, but the total amount of effort is 5 minutes of effort. So it's nothing really. So yeah, good workout, enjoyed it. Some people thought it was really tough, but it's definitely not as tough as the 7th workout last week. Okay, so on to the final race now. Okay, so straight into race 2 here. We're straight into the race because I forgot to start the filming any earlier. Didn't give myself any time, and as you can see, I get off to a decent start. I've got the starts nailed down pretty well for races these days, and I'm just playing about with the front group. So while that happens, I'll do a little bit of the description. So this one's for the mountain goats. Enjoy 8 kilometers of flat roads at the start because you'll soon turn right and begin the Pity KOM climb. Your ascent won't end until you reach the KOM banner at Chalet Reynard more than 14 kilometers later. That's 1100 meters of climbing for the actual climb that's in this race. If you're competing for the pro contract, you have to compete in category A. I'm not competing for the pro contract, so I am in category B. But I'm in Cat B because I think most people agreed I was a Cat B racer in my videos in the summer when I was doing a little bit of Zwift racing. And Zwift Academy, I think Zwift Power is currently listing me as Cat C, nearly B, but I think that's only because I've not done much recently. So yeah, most signs point towards me being a Cat B racer. So it goes pretty well. I'm alright on the flat. I'm sticking with the front group. It's pretty easy, to be honest with you. And yeah, it's going okay. But then the climb comes and I just fall backwards. Maybe I use too much energy up staying with that front group and staying at the front at the beginning of this race. But yeah, as soon as I start going up the climb, I start dropping back. People start overtaking me. And I guess that just kills my motivation. And yeah, I have to confess that I give up. I get just over halfway through the race and I'm feeling tired. My power is really, really bad. If you look at the power graphs, I'm just not putting out good power. Everyone's just steaming past me and yeah, I quit out of the race. So yeah, I got a confession to make that I did this race a few weeks ago when it first came online. And my intention was to do it again and try and complete it, but I just never have done because I'm just not motivated to do it. There's no need for me to do it. I've completed enough events to graduate from Zwift Academy, as it were, and I'm not competing for the pro contract, so it's not like I need to do these events. And if I'm not going to enjoy it, then what's the point in doing it? I'm not going to really gain anything from it. I do enjoy the Zwift racing and I want to get back into it, but just not this race. And maybe not climb races. Maybe I just want to do flat races. Go back to doing the crits because I really, really enjoyed doing the crits. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing. Thinking about why this happened, I honestly don't know. I don't know if I was just low energy that day. I don't know if I used it all up at the beginning. I don't know if it's my turbo trainer that's causing the issue. The trainer power, I think, is about 3/4 on the bar, because I felt like I was missing the feeling of resistance when doing the climbs, and I found it was useful to have the increased resistance on the climbs just to make me more competitive, in that other people with increased resistance were actually putting out more power because they felt they needed to, whereas when I had a low trainer resistance, I was not gearing up enough to keep up with people on the climbs. Maybe that hurt me in this case. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts in the comments below. So yeah, this one's a bit of a fail from me, and it's a bit of a low really to end the Zwift Academy videos on. But this isn't the last video. There will be one more where I'll do a ramp test and I will see how I'm doing, and we'll also have a look at the bike you get as well when you graduate from Zwift Academy. So that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Sorry it's ended on a low. Please subscribe though if you haven't already. There's going to be a fair few more Zwift videos coming out over winter. I've got a few ideas for them. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.